you made a thoughtful decision, which I supported at the time. I support now. It was don't go there if you don't want to, but it was apolitical. And
I'm
then
good.
for someone like you, how difficult was that? You made a thoughtful decision, and then we recognize that it's even become infinitely more so. It is such a divisive political world, and once we venture into that, it had to make that fight or flight even tougher. TT.
Yeah, that's a deep one. But I was actually thinking of that before you asked, as far as, because that tied into the next year too. That was like, I went, won the Stanley Cup, and then the first 5 months of the season, it was just overwhelming, love completely from the media and the fans, right? And such. And I decided not to go to that White House event, which nowadays would be considered nothing, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Everybody's letting their views be known on everything, but back
then
it'd
be a pimp on an elephant's ass right now. It'd be nothing.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah. But back then it was different. And, by the way, like, I won't get into it, but I was trying to point out kind of a little bit of what we're heading into now in reality, yeah. Right? Especially, from many different angles, from how much money we were printing that can't go on forever, and to all other things. My statement said the federal government is growing out of control, right? And but that's not, even today, that's not from a political side, because I believe both Republicans and Democrats are responsible, right? That's what I tried to get across in my statement. And if you want to use the word traumatizing, that was a traumatizing experience. It was multi-leveled though. Like, for one thing, first you had what really happened, and this obviously didn't come from you, but the media switched on me. The media, I didn't on the street. That energy didn't really change. If anything, after that, I had military people coming up to me, police coming up to me, saying, "Thank you for saying what you said, for saying what we can't say." So they were, everybody. I never had one person personally challenge me on my decision not to go or what I said. Like, that never happened, other than the media. And but that media plays a big role in the life of a professional hockey player, and yep. and it ended up causing a little bit of division with my team. Not from, like, everybody on that team respected me and it was fine with me not doing it. Just like, they just wanted to get out of the line of fire. They just wanted to stay out of the line of fire, so they separated themselves from me a little bit. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And so there was that level, and then the only, and then back then was when, online social media was really just getting started and growing. So unfortunately for myself, I started to read too many of the negative stuff that was going online. So it was like a tale of two worlds. My personal experience outside the internet and the media talks didn't change that much. The fans still love me. Like I said, if anything, first responders, if you to just try to, police and military, they loved me even more. But then I had, the online people from all over, and then the media created a different type of energy. And then, so that was another energy to deal with that I didn't know how to mentally process and, how to really handle. And it made it difficult. And, it ultimately ended up playing into my decision to take that next year off to try to figure things out, which I never really did figure anything out that much out. I got more confused with that year off I had. I went back to Colorado in the moldy house, and I actually went more downhill in a way. But so that's how it was, and that's okay. That's That's life.